to A Soldier's Prayer, a veteran's perspective. I'm Chaplain Rocco, your host. Now let's dive right in.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another rendition of A Soldier's Prayer, a veteran's perspective. I'm your host, Chaplain Rocco. Hey, I'm really excited about today. Another Friday, we've made it. I've got a special guest in the studio today, but before I introduce him, let me go ahead and do what I normally do. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to the people who help pay the bills. All right. With that being said, first of all, if you would like to call in on air, you can call in at 702-650-5588. That's 702-650-5588. And if you have any questions, you can also reach me on my private line, 844-599-1125. That's 844-599-1125. All right, I'd like to give a shout out to the Armed Forces Chamber of Commerce CEO, Andre Haynes, Nevada's first chamber formed to serve armed forces member. We've done a lot of things in the community. Weekly, we just had the big trunk or treat out at the Centennial Hills Library last weekend, and we're getting ready for the air show off at Nellis this weekend. If you want to get in contact with Mr. Haynes, you can see the things he does. Go to armedforceschamber.com, or you can reach him at 702-518-8847. Next shout out I'd like to give out to Patsy Brown. It's a good, very, very good friend of mine. I consider her a sister. She's running for the office of public administrator. She's doing a fine job. And I'm telling you, she has a program, the Legacy program. She's doing probate for free. Now, you go to an attorney and find out how much it costs to do probate, trust, and living wills. She's doing it for free. That's Patsy Brown for public administrator. VotePatsyBrown.com. Next shout I'd like to give is to Miss Lachelle Buckner, CEO of Vegas Health and Life. You can reach her at 702-945-8876. That's 702-945-8876. Vegas Health and Life for all your Medicare supplement plans, Part D prescription drug plans, vision and dental plans. She works miracles. She's did a lot for me. And I'm telling you, I'm loving it. I've been receiving all types of benefits. It's really good when you have a broker who focuses on everything about you, that she take care of your needs as a broker. I'd like to give her a special shout out. She's back home in Michigan this week, celebrating the father's birthday. Appreciate you, Lachelle. Thank you. Also, we have the Montford Point Marine Association, Chapter 46 here in Las Vegas. To join or request a presentation, you can contact myself at montfordpointrocco@gmail.com. One more shout out. Let's see who I have here. Yes, Gentle Consulting Agency, LLC. That's Sarah and Kristen Noble. They do great things as advocates for seniors in our community. Offer everything from primary doctor care, home health, wound dressing care, pain management, hospice, behavioral, free pharmacy delivery. I've seen these people, they go out and there are a lot of people who are shut in our city, man, and they need a lot of assistance. And these people take the time to advocate for you. You know, I salute what they do. You know, I know it may sound funny. I'm getting in my senior years now. I have no family here. You know, it's nice to know that you got people out there who will advocate to try to help. Okay, with that being said, let me just say something real quick before I introduce my guests. I'm going to talk about something I ran into yesterday. You know, I'm a very big advocate for our veteran audience here. I proudly served. My guests served. What I would like to say is that I had the unpleasant fortune to go over to a spouse of a deceased veteran yesterday. And you know what really hurt me out of the whole thing? She's very distraught right now because she doesn't know how her rent's going to be paid or what have you. But here's the other thing, and I've been preaching to you guys every week, so I'm going to harp on this a little bit longer. I have no problem with my company being an advocate for your need. I'm going to say this to you again, vets. The VA is not insurance. The VA is medical care. It's what you earned as a veteran. But however, there are some benefits that we as veterans are entitled to at our demise or our loved ones. But however, before those things can be obtained, you have to get your paperwork, your affairs in order. you need to receive back the certificate. I will personally assist any veteran or their family with pre-needs. I'll help you do the paperwork. The lady yesterday, I felt bad for her because she's very distraught. She doesn't know where any of her husband's paper are. She says she's got to look for the DD-214. So with that being said, do you know what the logic of this is? She's more than likely going to have to pay for this thing and then be reimbursed by the government. And we know how long that paperwork takes. Now, real quick, there are some things that the government allots for a veteran at their demise. First, you receive a headstone. Second, interment at a VA cemetery. Okay, the container that is in the ground that the coffin goes in, that also comes. The only thing that you don't have to take, the only thing that you're responsible for is the coffin itself and the embalmment and whatever the services, what have you. Okay, but like I said, if you don't have these things designated, you don't have the particular certificate from the VA. This is my personal one that I used, that I got back with a case ID number. So all I have to do is make sure these are in the right hands. Anything happened to me, my wishes are in here, where and who to contact is taken care of. Okay, don't be a burden on your family. I know we don't like to think of it. A lot of people think it's morbid, but hey, that's just a part of life. You're not living trust me, death is a part of life. Okay, I have to say that. So if you would like assistance with that, please reach out to me. 844-599-1125 is my personal number. I saw a few people had called me the other day. I'm going to get back with you this week because I have been quite busy, but we're ready to get this thing going, and I think it's a much needed service. Okay, with that being said, I have a special guest in here today. I know him as Majestic Brother Straight Shooter. He's one of my fraternity brothers with Mu Beta Phi Military Fraternity Incorporated here in Las Vegas, Royal Court Xi. He is our current treasurer also. He hit me last night and said he'd like to come in and say a few things, and okay, I have no problem with that. We're going to bring awareness to this organization here within the city. So all you veterans who are listening and potentially would like to have membership with us, we're all inclusive. We love what we do. We have our ups and downs just like anybody else. Trust me. He's laughing because I had a setback on him last night. But with that being said, I want to introduce, name is Larry Franklin. And he's also one of my Houstonian natives also. He served in our United States Navy, right?
Yes.
Go ahead, Larry. Tell us a little bit about yourself and go ahead and do your thing.
Well, good morning. Good morning. I appreciate you inviting me this morning, brother. I couldn't miss this opportunity because I understand that these are bigger things that are bigger than us that we're getting ready to embark on. And some of this information that I'm listening to you actually present to the people that are out there, the veterans, and helping the veterans in the way you are, and providing the service, putting your number out there. I definitely want to be a part of that because the simple fact is that's what we're about. Mu Beta Phi. A little bit about myself. Worked in aerospace.
Go ahead.
Worked in aerospace 35 years. So I try to help people get into that field also.
Aerospace.
I've been supporting people. Currently, I'm working on a space program where we're preparing to send people to space, through a company that I'm working with. Can't say their name online because I don't have that authorization.
Right.
But if anybody out there is interested in something like that, I can definitely help with facilitating something like that.
Nice.
The other part, like you said, I'm a Houstonian. I grew up in Houston, Texas. So
H-Town.
Go Astros.
One more game, and we got it.
So and then we got Houston, Texas, who ain't doing so well, but hey, we still support. Mm-hmm. But in the interim, I like I said, I appreciate the opportunity and thank you for inviting me.
Oh man, appreciate you coming. So let me ask you something real quick before we get into the Mu Beta Phi thing. And I know you're limited about certain things you can talk about, but you said you spent 35 years in the space industry, correct?
Correct.
All right. Tell me something, if you can, about what's your passion about it? What made you go in that direction? You're a veteran, so there's other veterans listening. A lot of veterans, when they got out, they just kind of went ho-hum, still didn't know what they wanted to do or what have you. What made you go to that direction? Tell me a little bit something about your naval background, too.
Okay. Of course, it's funny how our paths are developed for us. We think of, hey, I'm gonna be a football player, I'm gonna be a basketball player, I'm gonna be, this grandeur dream I'm gonna attain, and so sometimes you don't attain those things. There was a situation, and I'm gonna be honest with you, where at the time in high school, I got myself into a situation where I ended up, having a child, and so when that child needed support, and I went to the hospital, I felt helpless, and so what I did was I made sure that whatever I needed to do to support her, because that's what my father said. I'm not going to help you. You figure this out. That was me figuring it out. I've always had love for working on things. As a kid, I had my own lawnmower business, and so I would rebuild it. I had an older man who taught me how to do that, and I could rebuild my own stuff at 9.
Nice.
And so it just took me into that realm. I really wanted to be an engineer.
Okay.
But I ended up being what you would say, I guess, a pseudo engineer. If you actually called out the A&P certification in the European format, it's an engineer. So I really ended up where I was supposed to end up at. It just took a long route to get there. So, and part of my Navy time, I was on a carrier. I was on the Roosevelt, and we were in Desert. We was in Desert Storm, Liberation of Kuwait, or whatever it was. We were part of that process. I did go through the Suez Canal and all that stuff like that, and embark on that type of situation during the time of war of Liberation of Kuwait. I've enjoyed it. It has been a wonderful experience, and it has made me the man who today, who I am today, and so that was the blessing.
Okay, thank you for that information, a little bit background about yourself. So some of my veteran listeners out there who are listening or that are on active duty or reserve duty or just trying to figure out what to do. See, sometimes your scenario comes from within itself.
Yes.
Okay, you just have to find yourself, because I can relate to you with that. I was a newlywed married and was laid off on my job, and being a Southern boy, you know how they talk about it back home. So that's how I ended up going into the Marine Corps, right?
Right.
Same thing. Okay, so Mu Beta Phi Military Fraternity Incorporated. We're both proud members.
Yes.
We're founders of the local court here in Las Vegas, Royal Court Xi. Tell me about some things you think what's coming up. You're our treasurer, so you know how the money flow is. So with that being said, determines what all we can do.
Well, we had our leadership meeting last night, and there was some opportunities that will come our way. And I think you and I discussed about being able to support some of these families that need help out here. Sometimes during Thanksgiving, the money's short, and during this time of all this high gas prices, high food prices, it's kind of hard for certain families that we have out there.
Course.
And so what we would like to do as Mu Beta Phi is, we're starting off, we're new, we're a fairly decent sized organization, but we'd like to find 10 families that we can provide a Thanksgiving meal for. And so I know we have come up with some different ways of doing it. I know we made sure we assigned each person an opportunity to maybe look at 1 or 2 families that they can adopt, and that we could help maybe provide that Thanksgiving dinner in full grandeur, not just a turkey, but everything from beginning to end, including the drinks.
Turkey with all the trimmings, right?
That's right.
I love that. I believe it or not, I am the community service director for the local organization. So when they asked last night, they was like, well, I know Chaplain Rocco probably got about 10 people. Yeah, I know 10 people. But what I thought we would do, let's just spread that. I thought that, okay, let's let each member, if we can find a family in need. But I will say this here, if there's anybody in my listening audience and you would like to have turkey with all the trimmings this year and things are going to be a little tight, hey, nothing wrong with that. Been there, done that. I've been a homeless vet before, so I totally understand.
Yes.
And guess what, though? You know what I really learned about all of that? What didn't break me made me.
Yes.
So with that being said, if you want to, you can give me a call at the number that I gave earlier, or tell you what, Larry, do you have a particular number you want to give them, or you want me to just give them my number to call in if they want to go for that?
Yeah, just call in through your number, and
Okay.
I know you'll relay it to me. You just
Right.
tell me what I need to do. I'm thinking about adding something to that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna tell you
Okay.
what it is.
Right,
We'll have
right.
a conversation, but we're gonna up the ante. I'm gonna make I
love it.
have a conversation with my organization,
Okay.
and see what I can get from them. And then and there's a few other organizations around here that I know are willing to support in making sure that everybody gets an opportunity to celebrate Thanksgiving in the right format.
You know what? I'm going to do something different today. Yes, my organization phone number is 844-599-1125. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to give out my personal number today, because this is what I want to do. If there are some people who want to help in this scenario, I've been with a lot of politicians lately. You know, it's election time, and you came out for the trunk or treat and been going to various events. But I tell you what, 469-734-1610. That's 469-734-1610. That's my personal number. If you or anyone knows of a family that actually needs, okay, and if you or anyone that you know would like to support in this effort, right now we have the ability to do 10. It'd be a lot nicer if we could do even more,
Right.
if choose to be. I think my phone is ringing already. But with that being said, I would say if there's any more that could assist in this effort, please reach out, 469-734-1610, because, you know, I was thinking for the last few years that I did Thanksgiving, and, you know, we sit back, we eat, we get full, but sometimes, you know, there are those people who are less fortunate
Definitely that.
than we are. And I like to say Thanksgiving is year round.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, I would like to keep this going because I know there's enough people out here. There's enough connects. Through our networking, we should be able to feed a lot of people on a regular basis. And that's what a soldier's prayer, this show is all about. So, I'm going to call you Straight Shooter, like I like to call you. So, Straight Shooter, with that being said, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to let you stand out there by yourself. You're my brother, you king, you understand?
I
So
appreciate it.
make sure you put my number out there, too, so I can support and help you.
And I know you will.
Yeah.
I know you will. I watch your tireless effort. I know how hard that you do work. You know, and we as a group, we've decided it's time to step our ante up. It's
Yes.
time to get out there. Here we are in one of the cities of one of the largest military bases in the country. We need to put the effort out there because, see, we're not just like the Grand Poobahs was on the Flintstones.
There you go.
What we're supposed to be doing is out here doing community outreach. We pledge just like any other fraternity, but we have core values. We have things what we call the imperial standard. And with those things being said, there are things that we need to fulfill. We try to help eradicate homelessness in the veterans community. We look out for vets, their families, their children, the whole 9 yards. We got about 9 minutes left. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. I
Go
need you
ahead.
to go ahead and put that personal number out there.
Huh?
You can give them my personal number also.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
because I
tell you
wanna
what,
help
you can
out
go
there.
ahead and do it. They can
All
hear
right.
you.
My name is Larry Franklin, and I'm supporting my brother who is, our educational. Not our educational director, but our
Community
service director. And so since he put his personal number out there, mine is 702-755-2772. Please get with us if you have someone that we can help and we can actually get a meal to. Just let us know.
Hey, that's a wonderful thing, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And so, with that being said, you said some really poignant things that really came across to me. I'd never really even thought about even preparing for the burial side of the things. And there's a lot of people out there that don't have that information. They don't allow us certain information, or we don't know the information because there's no guidance. And so, for you to be given this type of guidance and putting these type of things out there, I really salute you.
Well, I thank you, man, because the way it started for me is when my mother passed. Okay, she was the wife. She was married to my stepdad, but she was the wife of a veteran. He preceded her. And I remember when he passed, my stepdad, when he passed, she called me because she didn't know what she needed to do. She knew about the burial benefits. Luckily that I was already out, that I knew something about it, and I was able to share that. But what got me was when my mom passed, me being conscious and aware of the industry, I watched how I went into this funeral home, and I knew the game. They want to show me all the top shelf stuff, the high end stuff, right? By law, they're supposed to give you a listing of everything of services they do. Did you know that there is no funeral home in the country that they can you can go out and buy your own coffin, and they have to receive it for no extra charge, the whole 9 yards. They're held by federal standards. But what I saw that insulted me the most. There's a game in this industry where they like to play on your emotions.
Yes.
When the guy told me, he says, "This is a beautiful coffin right here for your mom, and guess what? I got something special for you. You can have a key to it." That was insulting to me.
Yeah.
What am I gonna need a key for? Am I going back to dig my mom up or something? Excuse me. But you get what I'm saying? So what I have learned since then, did you know that Jeff Bezos, no, I'll take that back. The former CEO of Amazon, yeah, it was Jeff, isn't it? And then the former CEO of eBay have gotten together, and guess what they've done? They started a coffin manufacturing company.
What?
I did my research. Oh, I have a caller on the line. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Caller, call in. What's up?
MU5.
MU5, what's up, man? That's our honorable brother protector. What's going on, man?
I'm listening to the broadcast, man. Count me in whatever we gonna do for the food, man. I'll serve or whatever.
All right, I appreciate that. I saw you ringing my phone a few minutes ago, and I was like, he know I'm on the air right now. He was trying to call in, but now you got the call in number. Hey, man, appreciate you calling. We're gonna definitely sign you in. I'm gonna stay with us, okay?
Good morning, King.
What up, King?
All right, man. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Talk to you later. Yeah. So with that being said, man, I've taken this time. I've created a program. I'm going to advocate for veterans, their spouses, and even any other everyday individual, because I know now. I tell you what you do. If you're listening to me right now, go out to a funeral home right now. Plan out the whole scenario. And when you get through with that paperwork, give me a call. I bet you I can cut that price in half or not less. I guarantee I can. Okay? I want to do this. I'm not in it to get rich. I will say whatever savings I can save you, give me 20% of the savings. And you're still doing the thing, because it takes work. It takes paperwork. It takes time. But with that being said, I want you to know that don't fall in these traps, man. You serve this country. There are certain honors and things that you are allotted to as a vet. I can get your paperwork done. I mean, it takes me literally minutes to get the approval back from the government. Then all we got to do is wait on the paperwork. When you get this certificate, comes back in. Okay? All I got to do is give this to somebody, and my demise is there. Don't be a burden to your loved one.
And, I'm going to make sure I get with you on that, because, like I said, that is not something that is privy. It's not something that was given to us on out briefing. That's not information that is provided to you in order for you to be able to understand what is allotted to you for your service. So I appreciate you doing that. And that's a big thing, and that's something that we definitely need to advocate and push to make sure that the families are provided for. And that's just like you said, we're not just the veterans, the mothers, the wives of those veterans, as well as those children.
Exactly.
So, kudos, brother.
Thank you. And with that being said, also, I mentioned to you earlier, Patsy Brown, who's running for public administrator for Clark County. She has decided that she's doing the legacy prep program free of charge. She's helping you with living trust, wills, and probate. Come on, man.
Shout out to Miss Brown. Thank you very much.
If you go to an attorney, that's anywhere from $2,000 to $7,000 to get that done. She's doing it for free.
See, you ain't gonna find that.
You're not gonna find that.
I'm currently studying for the bar exam right now.
Okay,
and
so
I'm gonna say that's kudos
about.
to Miss Brown, and we support you and we appreciate you.
She told me she would help me in any kind of way, and there's other people who are with that. From document preparation, the whole 9 yards, we've got all that going. Vets, look, you serve. Let us serve you. Okay, I have no problem serving a fellow vet. Okay, I have no problem serving your family. I just don't want you to be out here gullible to way people are being taken advantage of as a result of that. So with that being said, we've got Veterans Day coming up. Hope to see everybody at the Veterans Parades that are coming up. Marine Corps special shout out. Birthdays coming up soon. I can't wait. Be a part of that. And once again, if you need me, just reach out to me in any kind of way you want me. I'm going to give you my personal number again, 469-734-1610. And Larry wants to give his. Go ahead, Larry.
And mine, Larry Franklin, is 702-755-2772.
Thank you. And with that being said, for all you listeners, you business owners, what have you, if you ever would like to come on the show and tell us about what you do and how you can help the veteran community or any part of the community, feel free to give us a call. Come on out. Sponsorship is very, very, very affordable. Trust me. Call me. I would love to have you on my show. We really are exclusive to the veterans community, but we know we have listeners from everywhere. I've had private donors call in and donated money to the show, and I appreciate that, and the station definitely loves it. So with that being said, man, Larry, we got about a little over a minute left. I thank you for coming out. Thank you for your time, because I know you're busy, man. Are you heading back out of town? Or
it'll be a little bit later on, probably Sunday or something like that. But hey, whatever we can get done in this short period of time, I'll jump in, both hands and both feet.
Let's do that, man. I want to salute your wife. When we had our ceremony, she was up there serving food. A lot of times the ladies, they don't get the acknowledgement for the things they did, because we wasn't getting back there serving plates, but they did. Not that it's their duty to do so, but they jump in. Allison Spencer, Memory Franklin, they were out there. You doing their thing, and man, I
Brother Rockhound's wife.
Yes, they were out there doing their things, man, and we don't get that. So we got about 30 seconds left. So once again, this is Chaplain Rocco, A Soldier's Prayer, a veteran's perspective. I thank you for joining me today. I'm glad my guest popped in. I was going to wing it on my own. Wasn't ready. I'm always ready.
I got your back, brother. I am my brother's keeper.
Yes, we are. That's what we're supposed to do. And if you want more information, just reach out to me and we can show you how to get with us. So once again, thank you. And with that, I'm going to say peace.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another rendition of A Soldier's Prayer, a veteran's perspective. I'm your host, Chaplain Rocco. For correspondence, reach me at P.O. Box 34572, Las Vegas 89133. Information line 775-292-2378. That's 775-292-2378. Or you prefer to email me, veteransviewservices@gmail.com. That's veteransviewservices@gmail.com. See you.